Hello everybody, welcome back. Matt from MrNoDStudios here, and I hope you all are having a wonderful and snazzy day and or night, because I guess you could be watching this video at nighttime, 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, shout out to all my 1 o'clock in the morning fans who are just binge watching videos right now and happened to stumble upon this great little episode of SuperPower 2. Yes, anyways, let's go ahead and dive straight back into things and back into where we left off last episode. So over the past little bit, we have just kind of been turning the Central African Republic into a force to be reckoned with. So, with all of that being said, I first of all want to tackle the research issue that we've been having ever since the start of this game. Now, I have ran a little bit of time here since we last left off on the last episode. Ooh, and look at the time frame. 2018, January of 2018, and it's actually January of 2018 right now when this video is going out. So that's pretty interesting there. Anyways, so a little bit of time has passed, and we have advanced to the second stage of our ground unit technology here. And with all of that, I've noticed, and you guys have noticed as well, and I've brought this up before, that the research time is taking ridiculously long even now. And I'm pretty sure this is just a conflict between the human development mod and the Cold War mod that I'm using. And the reason why I say this is because someone made a comment. They said they didn't really know what was going on, but to go ahead, check Google out, check out the wikis and the forum pages on Steam for SuperPower 2 and just see what kind of information you can find out. And so I went ahead and I did that. I searched up on Google like a goddamn madman. Like I was searching up the recipe on how to make crack, and I've been an addict my whole entire life. Like I was searching and searching and I didn't find nothing. So when I went ahead and oh my god. God damn. Anyways, what I went ahead and did was I just went into the game and I started another playthrough or another scenario as the United States. And when I actually went in, I saw and I noticed that their research as well was all messed up. And it was just taking ridiculously long, way longer than it ever realistically should have been, especially as the United States, basically the world leader. Well, maybe not in 1985, but they were still essentially basically the world leader. I mean, even in 1985, the United States for the past century has been like the world leader in pretty much everything. You know, ever since World War I and World War II, the United States has been a damn badass. So they should be researching everything damn fast, and they should have a lot of shit going on. And when I went into the United States and I played as them, that was not happening. None of that was happening. I think it's just an issue with my game, and we're just gonna have to deal with it throughout the playthrough. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna start a new playthrough or anything like that, because a bunch of stuff has already happened. So, you know, why would I start a new playthrough? That just doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, yeah, it's just something we're gonna have to live with and deal with, and hopefully as we start progressing further down on the, technology tree, we'll actually be able to see some reasonable times. But until then, it's gonna take years and years for us to develop our military technology. And once again, I really do apologize for that. I'm going to try and speed things up as much as possible with research partnerships and that sort of thing. But honestly, I think it's just going to be terrible no matter what we do. Anyways, since we left the war, our country has slowly been on the rise once again with our GDP. And what I'm going to actually go ahead and do is adjust our economy. First things first, I'm going to put more money into governmental spending and a little bit more into healthcare, and then we're going to give the people a little bit of a tax break, because tax breaks are always good and helpful when you can afford to give them. So I think that should be that should be okay for right now. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and build some more units. Oh yeah, in the last episode, Lonely Spaceman 45 actually suggested a name for one of these units. So since we have progressed a little bit, I know it's not much, but we did progress a little bit in our military technology, I'm just going to go ahead and design a new unit. So let's go ahead, boop, new design, and he wanted an anti-air truck. So let's see. Let's go to, I believe that would be just air defense. So we'll do that. And he said it's got to be a truck, man. It's got to be a truck. That looks like a truck to me, but is there anything cooler than that? Because it's kind of very shitty. So it's like that old trashy pickup your daughter's redneck ass girlfriend comes to pick her up in every single time. Anyways, your redneck ass daughter. Okay, then none of that made. I'm gonna shut up, yo. I'm gonna just shut up and make this goddamn vehicle, yo. Anyways, yo, we're just gonna line this up here, max it the fuck out. We got a truck, anyways. Ooh. A stationary anti-air defense vehicle. That's pretty interesting. Alright, anyways, we're going back to the truck, but I do want to change the turret types. Let's see. That looks really derpy, man. Yes, that's perfect. We're going with that. Can you even drive this thing? Like... Oh my god, okay, that's what we're going with, guys. It's beautiful. And, oh, it's actually going to fit the name quite well, because he wanted the name to be Darude Shitstorm. Oh no, I spelled it wrong. No, did I? Shitstorm. Yeah, there's got to be another T in there. I missed that other T. It's very crucial, guys. You got to have it in there. There we go. We're going to confirm that bad boy and immediately begin production on the Darude Shitstorms. Oh, no! No! I totally should have made that, like, rusty-ass, dirty shit brown. I totally forgot to do that. Anyways, it's too late now. So I'm just going to go ahead and whip up some soldiers right there in the crock pot. We're going to do, let's see, how many? And we could just do 2,000 of them. That'll take about a year to complete. So that'll give our factories a little bit of work to do. And while we're at it, I'm also going to go ahead and get some more tanks in the making. And that's also going to take just about a year. A little bit less, but more or less just a year. And let's see, what else do I want to do? We already have a shit ton of military personnel. But you know what? What the heck? We're just going to train up the last bit of guys we possibly can. Oh no, that's not the last bit of guys we possibly... Okay, maybe we're not going to train up the last bit, because there are 66 million people left in reserve. So that is quite a little bit. I thought that was saying 66,000, but no, it's 66 million. So, let's go ahead and say... oh no, why you do this game? Let's say 300,000 instead. That's a little bit more of a reasonable number. Alright, so there we go. Has anything been put on the black market yet? No, it has not. Damn. Okay, guys, so just doing a little bit of searching and digging, I noticed that Sudan over here, they're really not that friendly with the West, which I guess is kind of to be expected out of Sudan. I don't really see them being great friends with the West after all. But anyways, the West doesn't really like them. Russia kind of really likes them. Myanmar, Burma, they really like them. Brunei, those guys, they really like them. But I'm not worried about those countries. I'm really more worried about the United States, Europe, France, Britain, those kinds of countries. Actually, you know, not really even Britain, because I know they have a decent navy. Yeah, the third best in the world. So that's kind of decent, if I do say so myself. But anyways, yeah, I'm just kind of worried about those guys creeping in, fucking my shit up, and totally giving me a bad day. So if this country has bad relations with them, it's actually not too bad. Now, the only thing I'm worried, though, about this is Sudan's population way outranks ours. We have 5 million people in Sudan. They have 48 million people, so way more people than we have, and also their human development level is a little bit lower than ours, so if we did eventually end up going to war with them, we kind of would hit the shitter. But honestly, right now, I don't see any other options that we could go for. I'm not going for Zaire because they are a fucking toaster economy. Just, oh my god, it's so bad. And they have even more people than Sudan, so that would be really bad. I would never be able to get myself out of that hole, ever. So we're not gonna do that. We are not gonna do that shit. I'm not getting involved. No. So what I'm planning on doing is actually going for Sudan, and I might expand into Libya after that, but we'll see what happens when we actually get down to it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and request war with Sudan. Oh yeah, and that's immediately going to make the world look like Kool-Aid again. We'll turn it on the Empire map mode so I don't feel as bad as, as bad at myself for having the whole entire world hate me. Alright. Come on, win the battle. What are you pansies waiting for? They got 5 infantry vehicles. Oh! Okay, we actually, yeah, for some reason there's like no troops there. I thought we had a decent army there, but I guess not. Can we only deploy certain amounts of these units? Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to actually do that. Damn. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to deploy these boys, because we're getting, oh no, wow. Our 1 million strong infantry unit is kicking the butt out of Sudan. Never mind, we're not even going to deploy those guys then. Yeah, screw that. Let's just train up. Ooh, oh, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. I should have looked at that price before I did that. Oh boy. Motherfucker. Okay, so we're going to have to do a little bit of budget adjustment. Whoops. I'm sorry, guys. Looks like you're getting your taxes hiked back up again. Congratulations. Oh no, that was actually really bad though, because once we annex Sudan, oh yeah, this is gonna be a shitter, dude. Yeah, we're gonna have to nuke educational spending, probably foreign aid a little bit as well. Oh yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. We're dropping foreign aid. Because I am not going in any worse of a debt than I'm already in. Alright, and that looks like that's all Sudan has to throw at us. Pretty easy to win them over. Their economy is in complete shambles. They don't really have a great military. The corruption is through the roof. And there we are. Sudan is completely occupied by my forces. So we're going to go ahead and annex them fully. And hopefully no one else is going to get pissed off enough to go to war with me. Anybody? Any takers? Alright, it looks like nobody is going to go to war with me for this. So that's good. On the other hand, we're going to have to deal with this situation with our diplomatic relations. So I'm going to pump up propaganda, do the usual whim-wham with the budget there. And there we go. I'm surprised there's actually a few countries, though, like Afghanistan and Yemen, that are a little bit lighter colored, because usually after something like that, the whole entire world ends up being Kool-Aid Man, but we got a few people who are kind of like, alright, these Central Africans, they're pretty alright. I like what they're doing. You know, they may be dicks and expanding and taking over other people, but you know what? They're alright. I don't completely hate them. And, you know, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, guys. Alright, guys. So here we are. The glorious and expanded Central African Republic. We are now in the political map mode, as you guys can see, a map mode that I usually never actually play in, but it is interesting to look at once in a while, see how the world has changed, if any. I noticed, though, in SuperPower 2, the world actually doesn't change a whole lot. Like, countries, they'll end up going to war with each other, but they usually never annex anything, and if they ever do, it's usually only a territory or two. It's usually never any big land swapping between two countries, and no one country usually completely annex another big country. So like France and Spain never go to war and annex each other after it. None of that stuff really happens in SuperPower 2. So, it's not a lot of interesting events or anything like that. The world doesn't really morph as you go along. It kind of just stays the same. I mean, the politics of the various areas of the world, that actually changes quite a damn bit. And you guys can probably tell just by looking at this little events menu right here. If you guys have ever stared at that during a video, you'll notice that a lot of shit oh my god, why am I going? Oh my god, I should not have been going. That probably just increased my freaking deficit by a few million. Holy crap, I should not have done that. Anyways, what we're gonna do now, guys, we are gonna sell the Soviet Union more land. We're gonna sell them Darfur. So, let's open up that glorious trade menu once again. Put in Darfur. And let's go ahead and select the Soviet Union. And that's pretty good. I think our other territory that we sold was only like, what, 60 billion? 70 billion? This one is worth a hell of a lot more, damn. Is that, oh, I don't even know. Billion, trillion? Yeah, so that would be 7 trillion right there. Damn, that's a lot of shit. Let's get it though, man. Let's see if they will take, let's start off at 6 trillion. I don't know if they'll go for it, but it is always worth a try. I don't think that, no, they are not going to go for that. I didn't expect them to, but always good to start off with a highball offer. Alright guys, so as you can see, we ended up selling Darfur to the Soviet Union, and we had to sell it to them at a damn discounted price. Like, I am angry how much we had to discount off of the original actual value of this territory in order to get our goddamn money. But on the other side, I think, wow, the Soviet Union, oh my god, they have one hell of a credit score. Holy shit. Damn. I didn't even know they had that much sitting in the bank. I didn't even think they had enough to actually buy that territory. I thought they were going to go into debt, but nah. The Soviet Union is doing... The Soviet Union is doing great, man. They're doing better than the United States. Well, at least in terms of resource consumption. Not in terms of actual GDP. They are falling a little bit behind the United States, about 10,000 per capita, but they're actually doing really well. Holy damn. In terms of economic health and resource production, oh yeah, they are doing fine. Anyways, let's go ahead and do another 5-year plan. I'm just going to go ahead and pump a bunch of money into the economy and see where we end up. So I'll be back when I'm done allocating all the funds. Alright, welcome back guys. So I've ended up pouring pretty much the bulk of the money that we made off of that sale into the economy. So I didn't really honestly make a big dent at all. Like, there were only a few sectors, primarily in the food and agriculture section, that I was actually able to get up to meeting consumption. So I was able to get tobacco up to consumption, and let's see, I think it was cereals up to consumption. And the rest of the categories are not up to consumption as far as I know, other than precious stones, which, in all honesty, really isn't that useful. We own the majority of, well, actually, we have a huge portion of the market share. Not a majority, but a decent portion of it. So I'm not really worried about that. We should be fine with that. But honestly, look at all this other crap. We have a lot of growth to do, and we still haven't acquired any vehicle production whatsoever. I can't pour any money into that. I can't do anything with that whatsoever, which is really, really annoying, honestly. But yeah, we got nothing there, man. Our economy is crap. I mean, by selling that territory, we did get like a 2,000 GDP per capita boost, but it's still not enough, man. It is still not enough. We are going to have to slash the budget and wait a little bit of time to actually end up recovering. So I'm thinking of just dropping the environmental spending down to there. And foreign aid has to go down, definitely. Research definitely has to go down. We'll bring it about to the bar. I definitely want to leave telecoms and infrastructure at max, though. Whatever the situation, I feel like we can always afford to put money into that, because it's eventually going to end up boosting the economy anyways. And if we leave it low, the economy will get worse over time. So you always want to have those two categories as high as possible. You know, honestly, I think I might sell another territory right here, though. I think we might sell this territory right here, the one that was right above Darfur. So let's go ahead and let's actually see what kind of price range we're looking at. Because honestly, selling something like this could really help out the economy, as you've already seen. Like, this is actually a great economic strategy for growing your economy if you're starting off as a really terrible third world country that basically has no economy. What you're going to have to do is just sell one of your territories, take the money from that, and invest it into your economy. And if you're a relatively small country, this will actually work out really well. Now, if you're a bigger country like Brazil, it might not work out so well, and you might end up having to sell more of your country rather than just one territory. So I would keep that in mind, but this definitely can be a very viable economic strategy for you to utilize throughout your entire playthrough. If you see your economy maybe going towards the wayside in the later ends of the game, when you're kind of just running around conquering everything, or maybe if you're in that sort of mode and then you realize your economy is completely trashed, you can really use this technique in order to get your economy back on track at a relatively low cost. I will say, you know, losing a few territories is definitely not the greatest thing ever, but if it means getting your economy back on track where otherwise you wouldn't be able to, it's really, really helpful. So let's go ahead and add in the Soviet Union, and I'm immediately just going to lowball them because I know they really aren't going to try and take anything too great, because they didn't for the other territory, and also they really don't like me that much, so I don't expect them to give me a great deal. And it looks like that first deal, 900 billion, was what they settled on, so that's great. Oh yeah, by the way, we are going to eventually take, you know, the Soviet Union territories back over. Don't worry about that. We will eventually get those territories back. I assure you that 100%. So since we actually sold those to the Soviet Union, I'm going to switch back over to a single-party democracy. That's going to hurt our stability a little bit, but I can deal with it, because once again, I am trying to do a little bit of a common turn playthrough and try and be all buddy-buddy with the Soviet Union. So that is still in the back of my mind. I definitely still am thinking about alliancing and getting on friendly terms with the Soviet Union, and it could really help us out, especially with our technology, because in terms of military technology, we really ain't got nothing right now. Let's see, did we even research any air or naval? No, we haven't. It's going to take about 2 more years to go ahead and do both of those, but that's okay. We can wait a little bit. I was planning on trying to do some overseas expansion, maybe into Burma or something in South America maybe. I'm not really sure. we'll figure something out. But I definitely do want to do some overseas expansion because there really isn't any great land to take in Africa other than North Africa and South Africa. Those areas are actually really developed and really, really good and quite expensive. So if you can manage to capture those territories, you'll do great. But in my immediate vicinity here in Central Africa, there really isn't a whole lot that has economic promise to take over. You kind of have to have economic promise in your home country and then take that over and kind of spread it to other areas. You know, our country is kind of looking like a river that's just running through Africa. It's really interesting. I like to see what, different kinds of country formations you can make in this game. I'll definitely say this country is the most interesting formation I've ever had. It's like a slithery snake. It's really weird. The Snake African Republic. We should rename ourselves. Anyways, let's go ahead and just put that money back into the economy here. So that is not the right menu to do that. We're going to go into the resources tab and allocate up the money, and I'll be back when that's all finished. All right, guys, here we are. I've went ahead and allocated the money into our economy. And like last time, I pretty much just put everything into food and agriculture. And as you can see, we're actually meeting consumption in every single category in the food and agriculture section, which was what I was kind of going for in my whole ideal here. Also, I put a lot of money into the healthcare sector. I didn't really raise it up even halfway towards meeting consumption, but if you look at how much money I would have to pour in to do that, it's really, really insane. So I'm just going to kind of stay away from that for right now. And yeah, that's pretty much all the work we got done there. We still are not making our budget, which is painful to see. So we're going to have to lower governmental spending. There's really no other way to do it. Our corruption has to go up. It's bound to happen. We got no money, peoples. We got no money. We got to do it. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and actually fast forward time a little bit, and hopefully the economy should recover while we do that, and I'll see you guys then. Welcome back, everybody, for the final time here. As you can see, the economy has massively grown, and we are now in the year 2025. So all I had to do was basically do a little bit of an economic stimulus package and just wait a little bit of time, and our economy is somewhat back on track. We are really lagging behind in the services industry, and a lot of our economy really isn't up to tip-top shape. But as long as our budget is looking somewhat okay, and I'm actually going to bump up governmental spending back up just so we can get rid of some of that corruption and the cost associated with it. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here. If you guys enjoyed this one, please leave a like, please comment, and please, please, please subscribe. It really helps out, and it really does mean a lot. So once again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!